Hello everyone, my name is Quang Tai and I'm a senior here at the University of Washington Baltimore, and I'm currently studying health study, and my career goal in the future is to become a physical therapist. And over the summer I decided to i- do my intern at Planned Parenthood, and um, it's a health clinic in Bellevue, and my job description is student advocacy, and I work with pretty much patient and guests, technically talking to them about how I can get the support towards Planned Parenthood. And as we know, Planned Parenthood is being targeted by political reason, which can cause the center to close down. And pretty much our mission is to inform people about the situation that the Planned Parenthood is in and going through, and it's important to defend and increase our access to everyone, such as health services, sexual education, and abortion services. The reason why I choose Planned Parenthood is because I want to try out something new out of my comfort zone, and to be honest, Planned Parenthood is something I never heard about, and as I volunteer and meet with people, doing research on my own, Planned Parenthood is great sources for everyone, not just only women. And as you know, Planned Parenthood is viewed differently. There's a lot of things that we need to consider before, judging something. And these consider to be biases that we had before going into something. For me, there was a bias, you know, going, not going to Planned Parenthood, but looking at from the outside perspective, just such as, irresponsible young adulthood, and that's what I thought at first, but I was totally wrong as I, continue with my volunteering. So my initial objective for my field working site is to identify a various health towards the population level, from the individual to the community level, and looking at policy that around Planned Parenthood, and stick with the Planned Parenthood mission to improve services and the community. And the goal that I set for myself um, for the field worker site is to, you know, having a better communication with the health guests and the patient, and to pretty much listening to their story and what they have to say. And it's just a way for me to get out my, insecure myself and talking to people, communicating of, what is good for the community, and what health stuff that I can do to improve. During my plan here with Planned Parenthood, I was able to talk with health patients and guests about the struggle that Planned Parenthood have to go through to like policy and stuff like that, and I have to get their vote to sign up, to be a part of the community. And it was awesome to see because in a way, Planned Parenthood, gives services to everyone, not just only women. There are also men that came in here, for treatment and stuff like that, and they treated everyone equally. Even though some people who doesn't speak English, they will still treat them fairly. And you know, the variety of age that I see here is all spread out, and that it's from what I experienced, the bias that I had before is completely different. And yeah, and overall, and I think during one of our discussion we talk about cultural humanity, and I do have that input towards the field work site that I did, and pretty much for me to use that as a guide to not judge something that I see in front of me, because people who are going to Planned Parenthood have different culture, different backgrounds, This, this is something that I have to respect and listen to them, and the information I gave them, they can view it differently of how they want it because, of the culture that they are in. And that's one of the things that I learned during my field work site, that is very important not to judge from what, the people, look like, perspective in general, and it just gave me a lot of like different perspective overall towards the community. And yeah, my experience here with Planned Parenthood been awesome. I learned a lot that, there is a connection between, the stuff that I do here and towards the, my goal, the career that I pursue. That they are very similar aspect, because in a way you need to understand what are the patient is going through, not just on the way they look, because you have to understand the perspective of their culture, because everyone came from a different culture, and that, you need to respect, their story and their perspective. In a way, you need to eliminate your biases and looking into more of a more of their story, paying attention and respect it. And overall, this give me a great opportunity to move on to my next education. And I want to say thank you, Planned Parenthood, for giving me this opportunity.